Hey, welcome back, both to you and to me. I was out of town for 4 days in Cleveland and Chicago and came home to a pile of knives. I had a lot of time on my hands between meetings, and you know what kind of trouble I can get in when I got time. So let's get into it. Now this one was, I believe, something that happened before I left. But this one is one of 2 knives I got from this seller, and is a brand I've not gotten to check out before. I believe it's pronounced Sharknivko, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's really cool. Love the packaging. That is really nice. Neat how they did that. Oh wow, that is much lighter than I was expecting it to be. That's impressive. So this is a quote-unquote Sharknivko Waka, version 3.4. It has camo carbon. They're calling it the camo carbon Miami Vice. As you can see, it's got a bit of a funky Miami Vice vibe to it, and then tie with RWL34. It was made in mid-2022. Came from a great seller, a guy I'm a big fan of. Won't name names, but wow, that is pretty. So this knife isn't intended to stay with me. I picked this one up for some friends. They're letting me review it on the channel, and then they're picking it up for me in like a week. So, oh man, that's really nicely carved out there on the carbon fiber. Really neat. And one of my favorite configurations right now, which is this having the mix of a thumb stud and a front flipper, or a fuller, just something and a front flipper as opposed to a regular flipper, is very interesting to me right now. So let's get into it. I really like the thumb stud. It's very nice, sort of flat, not too ramped and pointy. Feels really nice on the finger. And man, the surprising thing here is just the weight of this thing. Oop. Great action. Even though I missed it the first time, I wasn't quite sure how the detent was going to be. I think I want to say that, is that a bearing knife or a washer knife? I don't know anything about these, by the way, so don't expect a comprehensive review here. Oof, really nice action on that. Love the blade shape, and that grind looks really nice. Very thin behind the edge. Beautiful, beautiful edge on it. That's a really cool looking knife. Very simple on the backside. You can see this one has a little bit of carry wear on it. Man, when you let that thing go, it really wants to go. Oof, very satisfying. That's probably one of the closest knives I would compare to a Rosie. Even a little more precise. I'm trying to think of what the right way to put it is. A little more, I don't know if I really want to front flip this thing. Let's maybe give it a go. Oh, it's so easy. Wow. Maybe even a little more, definitely a little more drop shot than the Rosie. Wow, that is one of the best front flippers I've ever felt. Holy smokes, that is beautiful. All right, I understand the hype behind this knife very quickly. Very crisp action, very controlled, and just, I'm trying to think of the right way to put it. It's sort of light and predictable. Like sometimes you get the drop sheddiness and you don't really know what's going to happen to it. This one you feel like you're in control the whole time. Boy, that is some action right there. You really just want to keep going and using the knife. Sweet. Feel in hand is good. It's not crazy one way or the other. Not really a choke up point there, but you could choke up a little if you wanted to, if you needed to get into something or whatever. It's sort of swedged from the front to the back of the blade, which is interesting because it doesn't really tempt you to get up on it, but it's nicely jimped up here. And there's nothing like pokey or anything, so you can definitely get up onto it if you want, but it's a little thin up there for getting a little further on the blade for like a draw cut or something like that, or a utility cut. But man, especially for a frame lock, poof, that is just so smooth. That's definitely one of the best. I'm definitely starting to think this is on washers. Let's see if we can tell. But I think just based on the action, I have to assume it's on washers. Let's get a weigh-in on this because that is just exceptionally light feeling to me. We'll do some quick size comparisons also. 3.1 ounces. It is right in there with the Oz Roosevelt. Different in the proportions, but yeah, right in there on the weight with the Rosie. There's a Rosie for you, weighing in at a svelte 2.96 ounces. Different. Man, that Waka has got some action. Now this knife cost, the Rosie's very expensive. This knife costs twice as much as the Rosie, which is wild. But man, it is really a beautiful knife. I truly understand why the buyer wants it now. Oh man, congratulations on this. This thing is sweet, sweet, sweet. Pocket clip looks fine. It's a little pokey for my taste. I don't really like that point on it so much. Bet that gets caught up on stuff, but oh boy, what a sweetie. That was just bad positioning there for me. Did not expect to like this much. This is really just an impressive knife. Let's do a little close up there. The carbon fiber with the holes in it and everything is just beautiful. Wow. The finishing around the edges of that carbon fiber is phenomenal. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I gotta check out this edge. This edge looks like it's really good. It's nothing too crazy. Looks can be deceiving. The front of it's sharp, but this thing may be a little bit of a user. It's not that sharp, but it looks like a really nice edge on it. I bet with a strop, that thing would slice hairs. That front flip is just a pleasure. The thumb flick is a pleasure. The reverse flick is a pleasure. That is just a three-way perfection. I was a little concerned that I wasn't gonna be able to get to this thumb stud too well, but it sticks up enough that you do get a good little purchase on that with ease on the reverse flicks. That's nice. Wow. Gosh, I hope this doesn't end me up in another rabbit hole. That's the last thing I need right now, but I could see this being like, you get one and done kind of knife. I love the backspacer on it. I really love the carbon fiber finish they're doing. The fit and finish on it's just really nice. And it looks simple, right? Like, what you got? One proprietary screw back here. Don't love that, by the way. There. And then almost nothing. There's like no screw. I mean, it is just very seamless looking. What a sweet knife. To compare, there's an 80-20.5. Kind of put it on both sides so you can see it. To compare, it's going to look bigger when it's on this side because of the angle of the camera right now. Probably look a little about the same size when it's on that side. It's a little smaller than that, basically. That's a 3.5 ounce knife and a little thicker on the blade, I think, than the Waka. Man, the weight on this just feels so good. The knife just feels so balanced. Really sweet. I'm impressed. I think that's probably all we need to do for this one. I'm just going to say Sharknivko or Sharknivko or whatever it is, Waka. You're not going to be disappointed. That is sweet. All for now. I will see you on the next one and take care.